Hi, this is part one of a four-part video series from Harmony House, informing our local business community on the dynamics of intimate partner violence and how those intersect with the workplace. Intimate partner violence is one of those issues that if you're not impacted personally, it's really easy to kind of turn a blind eye or not really think about it too much. But we all know that our personal lives often bleed into our work lives, and intimate partner violence can have far-reaching impacts on the workplace. And so over the next four videos, we're going to talk a bit about that and what you as an employer or a colleague or a manager can do to not only support your employees, but also to improve and protect your business. So throughout the video series, I'll be using the term intimate partner violence, but know that that is all encompassing in some of the other terms that you might have heard, like domestic violence or domestic abuse. We just feel like that's the most inclusive term. So as we kind of dive in, I want to lay this foundation of talking about intimate partner violence in the workplace by first talking about what is intimate partner violence. What does that mean? So I like to kind of break it down into three parts. First part is obviously it occurs in an intimate relationship. So most commonly that's going to be between romantic partners. But we also see intimate partner violence occur between adult, child, and parent or other close intimate relationships. So first thing, it's an intimate relationship. Second, it is a pattern and a variety of behaviors that occurs over a long period of time. So rather than intimate partner violence being a one-time isolated incident or more of a sporadic thing, it's typically very calculated, variety of different behaviors that maybe start out kind of small and difficult to recognize and increase in severity over time. So an example of what that looks like to give you a little bit of context, I'll use the tactic of isolation, which is very common for abusive partners to use. At the start of a relationship, a couple might be spending all of their time together, maybe neglecting other relationships or commitments, which is super common at the start of most new relationships. But maybe as time progresses, the abusive partner gets overtly jealous or gets really upset or starts big fights when the victim tries to go about their normal day-to-day things, seeing friends, going to work, things like that. Or maybe the abusive partner will talk negatively about the victim's family, saying things like, you know, they don't understand our love, or they don't know you like I know you. And then maybe as time progresses on, as the abusive partner is trying to further isolate, maybe they'll suggest, you know what, I love you so much and I just want to take care of you. Don't worry about working. I'll take care of our finances. So effectively what they're doing is further isolating that person from their support systems. So I use that example to really illustrate that abusive relationships exist in that pattern and start kind of maybe small and progress over time. So intimate partners, pattern of events, and then last component of intimate partner violence is power and control. So that's kind of our why behind intimate partner violence. For one reason or another, one partner feels like they have the right to control the other partner, and that's why they're engaging in those different abusive tactics. While thinking about what intimate partner violence looks like, it's imperative to mention also that abusive relationships and abusive partners are not abusive all the time, or else folks likely wouldn't get in those relationships. So abusive partners really effectively interweave abuse and intimacy together to gain and maintain that power and control. Another important thing to mention here is that because this issue is based on power and control, it can happen to anybody. You can go into any neighborhood in our community, any neighborhood in the country, and find intimate partner violence. It does disproportionately impact women, but shows no bounds and affects people from all races, religions, socioeconomic backgrounds, sexual identities. You can really find this issue anywhere. And sadly, intimate partner violence continues to be both a national epidemic and a local issue. National stats show us that more than 1 in 3 women, nearly 1 in 4 men, and 1 in 2 trans and non-binary people will be impacted by this issue at some point in their life. Locally, if we're thinking about our own backyard, Springfield, Greene County, we are consistently one of the highest rates of intimate partner violence in the state. In 2018 alone, there were over 3,500 calls made to Springfield Police Department related to intimate partner violence. And in 2019, Harmony House served over 850 women and children. These staggering local statistics might not even be reflective of the true nature, as it's important to recognize that a lot of people will never call law enforcement and will never seek supportive services like those that Harmony House offers. But amongst all of this bad news, there's some really good news in that we can all make an impact on this issue. So over the next 3 videos, we're going to discuss how this issue of intimate partner violence intersects with the workplace, how you can respond to it as a colleague, manager, or supervisor, and what resources both locally and nationally are available to help.